Hello there and welcome to the video. I'm Fidemaster Johann, and this is the late great Bobby Fischer. And we are going to show you a nice position which you can use as a puzzle. If you want to try to solve it, pause the video and try to find the winning move for white. But not only the winning move, but find the whole idea. It's rewarding. Try to solve it and then come back on a journey. So before we look at the solution, I'm going to show you a simple position. A simple endgame. And in this endgame, white is winning. But he has to be careful because it looks winning, but there are some pitfalls. You can play the wrong pawn move, such as a7. Then you get hit with rook h5 check. King there, and it's stalemate. You take the rook and the king is in the corner and it's stuck. So we can't do that. Fortunately, there is a simple win, and this is something for you too. It's a pattern. You can play rook to c8. This is a nice winning idea, and you can do it on both sides. If you had the pawns here and here, you can play rook f8. You know, if the position was mirrored on the other side. So this has to be taken. Now we play b7 check, and the key point is if king b8, we have king b6, and this is coming. You have to sacrifice the rook or get mated. So okay, let's try king a7 then. But then we can under-promote. Note that b takes c8. Queen is stalemate. Same with the rook. King simply doesn't have a square. So we have to under-promote. And there are two ways to do that. To make a bishop or to make a knight. And taking with the bishop is slightly stronger. Not by much. But one of the rare occurrences where promoting to a bishop is the better move. Most of the time when people promote to a bishop, it's kind of a joke, you know. It's not the strongest move, but you know the piece is taken anyway, so they promote to a bishop. Like Carlsen Navarra one time, you know, Carlsen had the last pawn against the bishop against Navarra, and Carlsen promoted to a bishop. Didn't matter. But when promoting to a bishop is the only move and the winning move, that's one of the rarest moves in chess. And in fact, this one doesn't qualify because if I promote to a knight here as well, it's also winning, so it's not the only winning move. But there's a famous example where promoting to a bishop was the only winning move. And it's this game between Reshko and Kaminsky, played in 1972. 72, Bobby. Good year, excellent year. Now, if you promote to a queen or a rook, the promoted piece is covering the 8th rank. So black can play queen f7. And once we take it, pawn is pinned, blocked, and the 8th rank is covered. So stalemate. So we have two promotions, knight or a bishop. If we promote to a knight, it actually turns out that it's very difficult to make anything of the knight. It's very difficult to get the knight out, first of all. Doesn't have a lot of squares. And black can easily make, you know, waiting moves where, such as this one, where it's hard for us to get the knight out. So you just have to trust me on that one. The computer gives it 0.0. We can try pushing pawns, but actually nothing happens. We're not threatening anything, and once the king is getting active, there's going to be a perpetual. So knight promotion does not work. It's a try, but doesn't win. However, as we've already discussed, promoting to a bishop wins, and this is what happened in the game. Now, there aren't a lot of good choices. If you move the queen along the 7th rank on a dark square, I simply play bishop d5, and there's no stopping this. And there's no stalemate tricks now, because I just take with the queen, now this square is available, so no stalemate. So basically this wins. You could play queen b3, trying to stop me from playing bishop d5, but I simply play queen here, and next move, bishop d5, and we are giving mate. Our king is actually safe, so good game. This is probably the most famous example where bishop promotion is the only move that wins. Another relatively famous example, I guess, is the one between Jan Ehlvest with white and Ratmir Kholmov with black. Now, the game in the database stops at move 40, but on an excellent page that I've known about for some 20 years by Tim Krabbe, he has this example, and it looks like the game went on further, so some sources have this game going on a bit further, and we had this position where Ehlvest played rook to a1. And the idea is clear, he wants to play rook to a8 check. So we can't promote to a rook, because I would give this check. If we promote it to a knight, loses as well, so it looks like, can we just promote to a queen? No, we can't. Because of this ridiculous move. We have to take it, because otherwise we promote with check, and we are probably the ones winning. But queen takes rook is actually stalemate, a very unusual stalemate here, with the rook covering the 5th rank. So it turns out the only winning move is to promote to a bishop, because that covers the queen square and black wins. White tried something like this to give a check here, but black just returned the rook, and I think eventually he just played something like rook here, the bishop back, and then pushed the pawn, and nothing to be done. So a fantastic example. I found one more, not the most spectacular, but okay, we're adding to the collection here. So the third example of promoting to a bishop being the only winning move. So in this position between Bogdanor and Brown Goulding, or Bertram Goulding Brown actually. Bertram Goulding Brown, cup of tea, eh? And Goulding Brown played rook g1, the only winning move. White took the rook, and now only the bishop promotion wins. If you take with a knight, this pawn promotes. Take with a queen or rook, stalemate. King is covering the pawn. So we have to take and make a bishop. And then this pawn wins. So white tries to promote here, but we have the bishop which can stop the promotion, and then we can promote our own pawn. So that's just about it for the rarest move in chess, promoting to a bishop being the only winning move. So back to Hjartarson Andersen, Reykjavik Open 2022. What did Hjartarson miss? Now if you want to see the whole game, and well, I'm gonna do a little bit of a call out, a slight rant. This game was analyzed by Agatmadur. I'm not gonna judge like the whole commentary, but he completely butchered the real beauty and the only moment that matters in the game. And I think we have to have some standard when it comes to chess analysis and presenting chess games and puzzles. And this is not gatekeeping. There are plenty of lower rated players. It helps to be higher rated, but there are plenty of lower rated players that are doing a great job. If you don't understand the position at first, you can work on it and try to understand it. But to just present the top engine move without trying anything, I think it has to be called out. And if you look at this position, let's have a look at the engine evaluation. The winning move is queen f7. And there we see the top line, queen f7, knight takes f7, pawn takes f7, and king f8. And this is presented in a video by Agatmadur called Greatest Chess Moves Never Played, something like that. And in and of itself, queen f7 isn't like the greatest move ever or the greatest idea ever. If you present this as a puzzle, I think most people will figure out, even in puzzle rush, they'll play queen f7, they'll figure it out. But they will miss the beauty and the reason why it doesn't work. So the line presented by Agatmadur was this, the top engine line. So he just regurgitates, the top engine line. Basically, that's usually what he does. Knight takes f7, pawn takes f7, and king f8. Best move is king h7. What's the problem with king f8? Well, the engine tells you we play this and we win the queen back. And this is completely winning for white. If you move the rook off the back rank, I'll give you a check, and slowly but surely we will just, push the pawns forward, bring the king, and win the game. It's completely lost. So, what did he miss? And we basically know now, don't we? So queen f7. Knight takes f7. We take. And now the biggest test is king h7. Johann saw all of this. I mean, he's a good friend of mine. He saw this. He saw queen. He said, I was going to play queen f7, but then I saw it. And he saw what? Of course he saw that this is winning. This is the easy line. This is... You don't need much to see this. But this is a tricky line. And Johann was intending to play this. And f takes e8 queen. But then he saw it. And what's the number one reason we have to under-promote? Usually. Stalemate. So queen g2 where queen h1 works. Stalemate. So what did Johann miss? He missed the rarest move in chess. And that's what made him upset, because there are so few occurrences of promotion to a bishop being the best move and the winning move. And this made the rounds on Twitter, which makes it even more strange that a chess channel with a million subscribers can't, present this and figure it out. But the winning move is to promote to a bishop. F takes e8 bishop. Once you see it, it's easy. It's completely winning. There's no stalemate anymore. The king can escape. And white is just gonna play here and back rank mate. So you have to give up the queen pretty soon. There's no perpetual for black. So it's just game over. And I think Johann was more upset, because of this opportunity. It's so rare. He plays mostly for enjoyment these days, and the beauty of chess. So that's what he was upset about. One of the rarest moves in chess. This could have been the fourth time in a practical game. Well, there could be more, but I only found these two, the famous ones, and this one that I added with Goulding Brown. This could have been the fourth, at least, and there will be more in the future, I guess, but it's a very rare move. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Bye bye.